if you want to increase your confidence, let alone get lethal confidence, then you'll want to cultivate the following 4 lethal confidence. And these are just various things that come to my mind as to what I've done to help me, attain high levels of confidence, let alone lethal confidence. But when you think about them, you can go, oh, I think I'll try that, or that makes sense, or I might need to work on that. And that's what this whole book is about. I'm just sharing with you what I do, how I think, for you to go, oh, interesting. Okay, let me try that out. And some things, they may sound repetitive. Well, not really, but some of them might be like, well, I've heard that before. Well, you may have heard it before, but here's how I go about executing that, or that, or that. Okay, good. So cultivate the following 4 lethal confidence. Number 1, a growth mindset. You're always hungry for knowledge, wanting to learn, grow, consume information. You're a sponge of knowledge, an avid reader. You don't stop learning, experiencing, or growing. You want to develop a growth mindset. Number 2, positive self-talk. I know people who just spew out all kinds of negative talk to other people. I can only imagine what's going on inside their heart and their brain. Well, as they say, those who hurt on the inside hurt others on the outside. So don't you be one of those people who talk negatively with every word that comes out of your mouth. Yes, there is negativity in the world. That doesn't mean you have to go jump in the mud puddles every time you see one. No, instead, walk around them, or for me, jump over them. Negative self-talk eventually robs you of your progress, future victories, growth, and advancement, let alone that of others. So avoid negativity like the plague. I do, and so should you. Number 3, resilience. The capacity to withstand or to recover quickly from difficulties. A toughness about you. Never let anything get you down or hold you back. You might get knocked down from time to time. It's all right. Let it happen. Come on, bring it on. But get right back up. And fast. Number 4, self-care. You got to treat yourself like number 1. Do you need to be reminded? Be sure your daily life is filled with things that support your health and progress, and your downtime to rest and sleep is also time spent in heaven, maybe on a super comfortable bed with a fluffy down comforter and soft sheets. Okay, all right, never mind. You know where I'm going with that. Self-care. Be good to yourself. Always, 24/7. Number 5, stamina. Constantly test, push, and improve your ability to work, play, and or deliver whatever it is that you can at the highest level possible for a set period of time. For example, if you're going to work out for X amount of time, but give it your max. Think of it like sprinting as hard as you can for a short distance. Today you ran the 40-yard dash in 5.5 seconds. Tomorrow you might run it in 5.2 and then 5.1 the next day. Each day you practice until you're able to maximize your output to run the 40 in 4.9 seconds. Yeah. The same can be applied to your mind and working on your projects. Number 6, endurance. Where stamina is about delivering your max output during a set period of time, endurance is about delivering a high level of output for a max period of time. Think of it like jogging a long distance until you can't run anymore. You're tired, you're done for the day, you want to go home. You might run 1 mile today, but you might run 1.5 miles tomorrow, maybe 2 miles the next day. Over time, your endurance grows until you're running 5 to 10 miles a day. A good thing. Don't let up. Or you're back to square one and you got to build up that endurance all over again. So sustain, maintain, keep it going. Number 7, develop and cultivate a toughness about you. Mentally speaking, a mental toughness is a character trait about you that determines your ability to perform consistently under stress and pressure, and is closely related to qualities such as character, resilience, grit, and perseverance. That's you, right? Physically speaking, it's the ability to keep working when you're tired, dealing with pain, or being challenged. Boy, have I been there, let me tell you. You get physically tougher by working each day to get bigger, faster, stronger. And I'm talking about mental strength, not so much physical, but your mental capacity. Number 8, eyes on the prize, or tunnel vision mentality. Blinders on. Keep your attention on what you're working on or trying to achieve, even when it becomes difficult to do so. I remember running a 110 hurdle race where the guy next to me kept slapping my leg illegally, trying to slow me down in between the hurdles, hoping that he'd get ahead of me. Well, I focused on the prize, the finish line, the white tape, and getting a medal. I ran ahead of him in between each hurdle until he couldn't touch me like that again. That said, I won, he lost. Too bad, buddy. There's going to be people out there, things, events, circumstances that are going to get in your way. They're going to try to delay you in reaching that finish line. Keep your eye on the prize. Tunnel vision. Cultivate that. Number 9, cultivate the attitude of progress, progress, progress. Never confuse movement, I'm busy, with progress. We will begin to track and measure how far you've come since starting whatever it is that you started. Sure, take time off to rest, recoup, but then get back at it. Each day, week, month, year, are you progressing? Measure that, audit that, assess. Make sure you're progressing, because as you progress, you win, you accumulate. You've got experience. Wow. Don't get caught up in I'm busy, I'm doing this. No, what are you doing? You may not be getting nothing done. And then a week goes by, a month goes by, and nothing happens. What's that do to your confidence? Exactly. Number 10, be 100% accountable for your thoughts, your deeds, your decisions. Don't blame others or trick yourself into thinking it's not your fault when maybe it really is. Take responsibility, confess, accept what comes to you, and grow from it. Onward and upward, soldier. Number 11, strengthen your weaknesses. We all have them. Seriously, we do. What are yours? List them out and work on them until they are diminished or demolished. Don't be afraid, and you don't have to share or admit them to anyone. Work on them, your weaknesses, strengthening them in secret. Tell no one until you're no longer weak. Discover your strengths, amplify them by spending more time enhancing them. I see and hear a lot of people do a lot of talking, and specifically a lot of sharing. Too much sharing, oversharing. I've really got this weakness. I'm going to be working on it. Don't tell anybody. Just go do it. It might take a week or so, plus or minus, for you to get over that weakness and, get stronger. But you've just planted a seed in someone's mind with what you said. It took seconds for you to share it. Took you a week to fix it. It'll be on their mind forever. Don't tell people what you're working on. Just do it. You're in control of more than you think. Take control of what you tell people. Tell them what they need to know. Not just because you have this urge to just blurt things out and share or create conversation. No, don't. Stop it. And number 12, cultivate confidence out of clutter and overwhelm. That is, we're going to create confidence out of cleaning up the clutter on your desk, in your computer, in your life, the overwhelm. When you're overwhelmed with what's overwhelming you in your life right now? Is it people, demands on your time, a messy desk? The point is, this is done by chunking things down and organizing them into smaller pieces that are better able to be stored, managed, organized, etc. You come into my house, it is clean, organized. If there's a mess, there can be, but I clean it up. And I keep everything in order. My computer, extremely organized. I've been on so many people's computers in my lifetime, and I see so much disarray. Unorganized files, folders, stuff over here, stuff over there. And I go to myself, oh my gosh, how do you even operate? Well, I remind myself, they're probably managing 5 files or 10 in my situation where my computer is concerned. For example, I'm confident that I can find anything in my computer because of the way I've organized the 500,000 And we're talking 500,000 plus files and over 35,000 folders that I've created on my computer. Yeah, 500,000 files, 35,000 folders that I've created. That's how many bits of data are inside my brain that I can call upon in seconds. Imagine your life being that organized. Clean up your computer, your desk, your bedroom, your bathroom, your office, the drawers in your house, everything, your life. Less is more. Imagine how confident you'd be inviting someone over to your home if it were either a total mess or immaculate, tidy, and everything was well arranged. Exactly. I've had people over to my house only for them to say, Bart, your house is immaculate. How do you think that makes me feel? I'm confident to have people over. I'm confident that people will think highly of me. They'll leave and go home and they'll go, gosh, I need to clean up my house. Bart's house was just too clean. So cultivate some of these things and you will be fast on your way to achieving lethal confidence.